Wanted to give everybody a chance to get in and to get ready. Please press the share button so other people can stop tripping. We are not cursed. We are not cursed. I have had so many people reach out like, yo, Queen, what's going on? My account is in the red. It's so in the red, I can't even get a loan, because if I get a loan and they deposit it into my account is going to eat it all up. I don't know what to do. Greetings to all my students, EM and TAP. I'm so excited to have all of you all here. And so it's my pleasure as a community queen to be able to just kind of share with you. I don't want us freaking out. And so a lot of the posts that I've been putting up today, because I was writing a new curriculum today. So whenever you see me just posting, I'm not mad. It was so funny. Somebody said, Queen, who'd have made you mad? Nobody. I was writing a curriculum and some amazing stuff came up. So I just shared it with you. I don't get mad. I'm not a dog. Dogs get mad. So I wanted to share with you all what's going on with your finances, especially this week, because there are some things that are going on. And so I'm going to teach you what's going on, and then I'm going to teach you what to do about it, okay? Because your improper response to what's going on is going to make it worse, okay? So one of the things that the sons of Issachar did, they knew the signs and they were able to discern the seasons. So one of the things we have to be able to do is to understand what season we are actually in our lives. Now, I know that, and I know I'm getting ready to get dinged for this, so I don't care. So let me just put a disclaimer. If you don't believe in astrology, I'm good with it, but please don't come at me and tell me that what I'm teaching is shirk, because I don't subscribe to that, okay? So before y'all start inboxing me, some of my good people, don't tell me about this being shirk, because I'm getting ready to teach this tonight. So I'm not going to be intimidated into not teaching it. And this is one of the reasons that I hadn't been doing it. But yeah, I'm about to go in and I'm about to really show you what's going on, because if you understand according to the planets and the stars and all of those things, if you have a good understanding what's going on with the planets, with the alignments, with the moons, then you know how to make your moves. And so astrology was actually made to be something that was taboo and it's shirk and, ooh, don't do it, so that other people would be able to monitor what was going on, and we were made to stay afraid of it and ashamed of it. Well, I'm not. And so I'm about to go in. I'm about to break down to you all what's going on financially, what's been happening this week, because I done got so many people. Queen, my bank account is in the negative. I don't know what to do. It's looking crazy. And so I get it. Now, we understand that Mercury was in retrograde, okay? Mercury came out of retrograde. However, we are still in the post-retrograde period. And that retrograde was crazy. That retrograde we went through, it was off the hook. If you haven't heard my teachings on Mercury retrograde, you're going to see me be much more interactive now. So I'm going to go through and help you to understand. Because, see, you have to understand that we are all a part of one another. Nobody is sitting around as a separate island. So we are all a part of each other. So what affects you does affect me, and vice versa, okay? So let's say that you are an entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur and other people's finances are not aligning, what is it doing? It's causing them to have less to be able to give to you. So if you're just now coming in, please make sure that you go back and you listen to this from the beginning, because I want this to really, really be a help. I'll probably be doing these every week just so that you can learn and understand what's really, really going on, because many of us are really, really freaking out. And what I do want to tell you is nobody's got a hex or a curse on your finances. That's not what's going on. And I bless all those people that feel like they need to try to heck somebody's finances and curse them, because they need to realize all that stuff just comes back on you. So get all of that voodoo out of your head, because that's one of the first things we go to when we don't understand certain things. A lot of things we put in motion. And so some of the stuff we're sowing right now is karma. So let's first deal with that. Some of what we are reaping is nothing but karma. So it has nothing to do with astrology. It has nothing at all to do with anybody trying to throw a hex at you. Baby, this is you. Okay? So the first thing you want to ask is, who do I owe? Not talking about your creditors. I'm talking about people. Who did you make an agreement with that you broke? Now, it doesn't matter why you made the agreement. You made a financial agreement. So some people borrowed $500 from their mama 3 years ago and never paid it back. Whenever you make a financial agreement with somebody, it's you, it's that person, and it is the creator, or if you want to call the universe, whoever. So that is the three of you all that a covenant has been made by. And I don't care if you borrowed $20 10 years ago and never paid it back. Keep in mind, karma comes in 42-day cycles. And so you got 42 days to clean up what you messed up. Otherwise, you starting another 42. You starting another 42. You starting another 42. So we can clean up a lot of our karma by calling certain people, being like, listen, I know we're not speaking, but I owe you some money. I want to make a payment arrangement. If I ain't paying you nothing but $20 a week, I want to clean that up. And I also want to apologize because I gave you my word and I broke my word to you. Now, they may trip on you. That's between them and the universe, them and the ancestors. But because you made the attempt to clean it up, it then becomes dharma for you. So instead of you continuing to repeat 42-day cycles, it then now becomes cycles of dharma. So you switch your karma into dharma as soon as you make things right financially with people that you have messed over. Now, queen, but you don't understand this, that, and okay. What is the worth of your word? If the universe can't trust you to align with what you've already promised, why would they then give you anything more? It's just not going to happen. So what you want to do is show yourself worthy. Show yourself trustworthy, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and move rapidly on her behalf because she has shown herself worthy. So the first thing is clean up what you've messed up. Secondly, when other people are going through financial issues, shut your mouth. I'll say it again. When other people are going through financial issues, shut your mouth. Even if you know factually why they're going through it, shut it down. Because you are now putting your mouth on a person who is going through a tribulation. So you draw tribulation to you. Shut your mouth. So first, clean up what you've messed up. Secondly, shut your mouth. Now, right now, this week, so it happened on the 2nd, which was Monday. It happened again on Tuesday, and then it's going to happen tomorrow, and it's going to happen again Saturday. The moon is void of course. Void of course. So when the moon is void of course, like one of the aspects of one sign that the moon is in stops, and it's now going into another sign. And so it happened Monday, happened Tuesday, happened Thursday, happened Saturday. What does that mean? It means that right now, this is not a good time to start a project. It's just not. So we're still in the post-Mercury retrograde period. Let Mercury get out of retrograde. Let all of these void of courses go on, then start a new project. Right now is not a good time because you're going to have all types of conflict that comes with it, and you can avoid that. If you've got a court date coming up this week, this is a good time to ask for a continuance, okay? This is not a good time to argue or to make any type of rash decisions. If you feel somebody trying to pull you into an argument, this is the time just to back off. It's not a wise time to argue, because what would have been a simple argument can escalate and people can end up hurting each other with their words because they don't understand the moons. We have become so detached from what our ancestors taught. And we've gotten into all of these different religions that tell you that you cannot do these things. So we don't know what's going on. So, beloved, the word for you today is relax. Relax. Now, also, as of 1:58 a.m., we went into the first quarter of the moon. So right now, we're right here. So the sun is in Sagittarius and it's squaring with the moon that's in Pisces. Wow, Queen, what does that mean? It means that automatically, just because of what's going on with that, it sends us into crisis mode and into panic mode. That's on top of my rent due, my car payment due, everything that's due at the first of the month, okay? So the first of the month blues, in comparison with that, make you want to feel like, I got to take action. I got to do something. I got to get a payday loan. I got to get a title loan. I got to go sleep with my ex. I gotta. So you start acting desperate. This is not the time to act desperate, because when you start acting desperate, you start feeling like you're forced to play God. That's not wise. Whenever you start feeling that panic, I don't know what to do, that is the time you need to immediately go into gratitude. We continue to repeat these cycles, and we continue to have the same lessons over and over and over again, because we will not get the lesson. Queen, what's the lesson? The lesson is get out of crisis mode whenever things get tight. Get out of panic mode and let your immediate response be Alhamdulillah. Your immediate response when things get crazy. Oh, thank you, Most High. Okay. And then you start reminding the Most High of all the times that he, that she, whoever you call the Most High, came through for you. Let me give you an example. So, you've been in your house for 2 years. And for 2 years, the Most High has made sure that you had your mortgage and that you had it on time. But this month, your mortgage is late. No. Thank you, Most High. Thank you so much for every month that you came through for me. Thank you so very, very much for every month that you kept the lights on in here, that you kept the heat on in here, that you made sure my refrigerator was filled with food, that you made sure I had clean running water going forward and am able to use it. When you immediately start going into gratitude, that's how the windows of heaven get opened up to you, so that you get more than you can receive. If we are made in the image and the likeness of the Most High, and we start complaining. What do you do when your children say, when you tell your children ask you to buy them a $300 game, and then you say no, and they start complaining about your parenting? Wow, you little ingrate. And so whereas you might have moved some money around or decided you were going to surprise them for a birthday or anything, I was going to make a way to do it. Because you went into complaint mode, you little ingrate, I ain't giving you nothing. Put a 1 in the room if you're a parent and if your child complained or went to tripping because you didn't take $300 and buy them a game. How quickly you would be like, you little ingrate, I ain't giving you nothing. Well, if we're made in the image and the likeness of the Most High, I done came through for you for 24 months. I done came through for you for 24 months. And the 1 month that I choose to test you, you go to tripping. Okay, I got you. Let me just go ahead and move all my favor out the way and you figure it out yourself, okay? Whenever we are dealing in first quarter moon, and especially when we're dealing with this squaring that we've gotten that we're going into, you are in crisis mode, but it makes you start committing financial suicide. So you start cutting out everything that heals you. Oh, no, I can't go get a colonic, and I was supposed to go get this type of work done on me. I got to cut that out. Oh, no, I can't. Soon as our finances get tight, we start cutting out everything that heals us. The more the universe can show, hey, if I entrust her with this money, she's going to take care of herself. Let me create more portals of finances. Let me make sure that she has 7 streams of income because I see that I can trust her. When you all of a sudden start committing financial suicide because things get tight, there is an instruction that says, to he that hath, more shall be given. And to he that hath not, even the little that he has will be taken away from him. So you can't afford to start cutting yourself off and not taking care of you because finances have gotten tight. Oh, I got to get a payday loan. I got to go sleep with my ex. I got to get a title loan and doing all types of foolishness because you're going through a period of testing. Also, during this time, you want to make sure that you understand everything that you started at the new moon, which was November 26th, it's now in full bloom. And it's time for it to officially begin to obtain obstacles. Anytime you start doing any type of work, obstacles have to go. So you can't allow yourself, because you already stressed out because the moon is in void and Mercury's in retrograde and everything's out of alignment, to start aborting your mission. You can't afford to do it. And so the people that are worst affected by this new moon are all of our mutable signs. So that's going to be your Geminis, your Virgos, your Sagittariuses, and your Pisces. And the reason that the Sagittarius and Pisces are really, really affected by this new moon phase is because the moon is going into Pisces. It's at 11 degrees and 49 minutes. So everybody that has any type of Mercurian energy or is a mutable sign, fully affected. Let Mercury go back direct, get completely out of this post stage, and then you're going to see your finances line back up. So, Queen, what else is going on that's affecting my finances? Glad that you asked. The sun has been in Sagittarius ever since November 22nd, and it's going to stay in Sagittarius until December 21st. So this means, and this is going to affect all signs, whether you're mutable, whether you're not. And so in your heart, you're going to go from just serving you and just serving yours to wanting to reach out to the community as a collective. All of a sudden, you find yourself really, really wanting to deal with the big picture. And so you move out of your mundane existence. You start to no longer start to nitpick people. But you start to see, hey, if I am fully connected to absolutely everybody, if I've got all these ties that bind, I've got to make sure that I can help you get good so that we can be okay. So that's going to be going on inside of you. And that's why people a lot of times are super, super charitable during this time, but specifically right now. So that's because the sun is in Sagittarius. So we are shifting. Now, this is a great time to make things right financially with any companies that you owe. So, yeah, I got behind. I'm not going to sit up and act like I don't owe them. Call them up. They done got tired of calling you. They done set up and put you off to a collection agency. You got to understand, once you've made those agreements, when you sign your name to that paperwork, the creator is a part of that. So now you want to start asking, hey, I want to set up payment arrangements. I want to make this right. If it's gone to a collection company, don't just let it stay there because that's your name over there. This is the perfect time to do it. A lot of times you'll be able to get a settlement in full. So if you got a $10,000 debt, you might be able to pay that off at $3,000 and then get payment arrangements on the $3,000. Don't just give up because things are tight right financially. By the same token, this is a great, great time if you're able to forgive the debts of people that owe you. Now, in the Hosea, it talks about forgiving 1/3 of the debt and allowing them to pay you back 2/3 so that they can retain their dignity and so that their name does not stink before the Most High. So it's a big deal when you owe people, and it's a big deal when people owe you. So when you forgive people their debts, and that doesn't mean, oh no, don't worry, you ain't got to pay me. No, you need to allow them to retain their dignity. Okay, so if somebody owes you $100, take $67 from them. So you have committed an excellent act. You've committed, I forget the name of the act, but it's like a charitable act toward them. And so in you doing that, you let them retain their dignity by giving you back 2/3 of that. So they've retained their dignity, and they can get back in alignment with the Most High. So you be the bigger person. You may even need to reach out to them and say, hey, I know you owe me $500. And so I'd like to talk to you. I want to forgive 1/3 of that. And I'd like to figure out how we can get this done. Now, there was a time that I was one of the top debt collectors in Virginia. So I know how to do it. So if you need some help with being able to forgive a person and to get them to pay you back, reach out to me. And if you owe me, reach out to me. I might be willing to forgive you 1/3. Now, if you done me real, real dirty, charitable settlement, that's it. Thank you so much, Sheik. Absolutely. So when you do that, you then align yourself to receive the same favor. Then your name doesn't stink in the nostrils of the Most High because that affects how your finances come in. Also, Mercury has been in Scorpio since October 3rd, and it's finally going to go into Libra December 9th. Queen, what does that mean? So when Mercury is in Scorpio, we tend to overthink. When Mercury is in Scorpio, if you already are an overthinker, your overthinking is on fleek. You start probing stuff way, way too much, and you become super intensive and borderline obsessive. Okay, so if you've started noticing these tendencies in you, it's not that you just crazier than normal. And if you've been experiencing that over the last 2 months, especially brothers, if your woman has just been tripping on you, like, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, you might want to get rid of her. No, understand that Mercury's been in Scorpio, so it just takes stuff to a whole nother level. So it also sends you into super investigative mode. So you may find that even towards your children, you asking a whole bunch of extra questions. It's like, can you get up off of me? When we know what's going on, then we know how to regulate ourselves. Otherwise, we just out there thinking that we bipolar and got a whole lot of mood swings. So on the 9th, and I think the 9th is Monday, when Mercury goes back into Libra, it helps us to find balance and to arrive at super fair solutions so we stop tripping, okay? Because right now, a lot of us are tripping. And please press the share button, because I want to help a lot of people. A lot of families are having arguments, and I want you to be at peace. I want you to know what's going on, but I want you to understand we have a responsibility to learn astrology so that we know what's going on, okay? Now also, and this is going to make some people happy, Venus has been in Capricorn ever since November 25th, and she's going to stay there until December 20th, and that is wonderful for our money. So if you're serious about joining a credible multi-level marketing venture that you have well researched, this is a perfect time to do it from now up until the 20th of December. If you're an entrepreneur, baby, this is the greatest time for you to go into mad meditation so that the creator can tell you and give you downloads, especially if you're considering franchising, expanding, adding on new business partners or investors. Go sit quietly in a corner. It ain't got to be a whole lot of extra, and simply say, Most High, I'm here. Tell me what I need to know concerning my business. You ain't got to do all the mudras and hum and you ain't got to do all that. It's not that difficult. We make stuff real difficult. Sit for a minimum of 18 minutes so that they are able to download to you. After you meditate, man or woman, go and take a bath. Take a bath in some Epsom salt. Take a bath in some Himalayan sea salt, okay? So that you can get a lot of the stagnation off of you. Now, you don't want to take a lot of baths with a lot of salt because it interferes with your ashe. But if you're feeling blocks, please go do that so you can remove it and so you can hear. This is also a time to warm up all of your cold contacts. So a lot of times people have reached out to us. They wanted to do business with us, and for whatever reason, they weren't able to. This is a good time to close the sale, especially if you are in real estate. If you've got any type of government contracts, anything out there that's lingering, this is a great time to execute them. Also, this is a great time to get married if you are in a stable and secure relationship. Please get a relationship reading before you just get married. And I know there are a lot of teachings that say, get married so you don't have premarital sex. Okay, how about get a reading so you don't marry a fool. But if you know that you are in alignment with who you're with, this is a perfect time to get married. Finally, Mars. Mars has been in Scorpio since November 19th, and he's going to hang out there until January 3rd. So this is a time for you to move out of your own way. Your fear is a lot of what's going on with the planets and with your finances. So this is the time to move out of your way and to start thinking out of the box. Stop being limited. Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing. The way that you become a millionaire is by solving problems for people that they don't even know that they have. They don't even know that they have it. Look at Instacart. Who knew that you needed to have somebody in a grocery store shopping for you and delivering your food? We all got used to doing it ourselves. Somebody in 2012 said, hey, let's do this. And voila, millionaires. Okay? So this is the time to move out of your own way. You want to address the important issues that you have been avoiding. A lot of our financial blocks are because we keep avoiding things. We avoid people that we owe. We avoid creditors. We avoid giving all types of apologies. It's a lot of people. Now, you got till January 3rd. Don't wait until January 3rd. This is the time that Mars is in Scorpio. So with Mars being in Scorpio, go clean up what you've messed up. Everybody that you owe, reach out to them. Bring stuff into alignment. You know what? I owe you an apology from 10 years ago. My pride got in the way. I need to apologize. Now, they may cuss you out. It could happen. But you have aligned with the universe. So then it's on them. Okay? If you don't know that you are attracting more, if you don't align, so if you don't make those apologies, if you don't set up payment arrangements to straighten up the financial things that you've done, you are attracting more crisis to yourself. Now, if you are in a committed relationship and you know that you need to give an apology to your mate, you can block the finances of your household by not making that apology to them. If you have not been stepping up as your part of the provision contract, because every marriage, every committed relationship needs to have a provision contract. Okay, I take care of this, you take care of that. And if you haven't been taking care of your portion because of whatever, you need to verbalize an apology to your mate, because then you don't make them feel taken for granted. You don't make them feel taken for granted, okay? Also, make sure that you don't allow yourself to get into mediocrity during this time, because it could really, really be dangerous for you. So you can't do stuff halfway. Whatever you are committed to, you've got to be fully committed to, or leave it alone. This is not the time to do play. So you need to examine your life and look at everybody that's in your circle, especially the top 5 people that are closest to you. This is the time to determine, are you an asset? Are you a liability? And you've got to let the liabilities go. Anybody, anything that's a liability, this is when you need to get rid of them. Because if you wait until Mars goes into Libra, it's going to be really ugly. It's going to be real ugly and harder to cut those strings. You do it now, you're good. If you don't, you got a mess. So what do I do? Thank you, Queen, for all of that. What do I do about my money? Go into gratitude. Go into gratitude. Now, some of us need to apologize to the Most High. Some of us need to apologize to the Most High because we're still holding anger toward the Most High. The nerve. I'm still mad at you because you let my grandmama die. Wow. Now, so I'm going to just use you for when I need some finances, but I really don't want no relationship with you, Most High. Deep. So you want to start asking yourself, what does my relationship with my ancestors and with the Most High actually look like? Am I just using the Most High for when I need something? How am I showing up? And am I showing up as an ingrate? What do I need to clean up with that relationship first? What anger am I holding on to? What resentment, what bitterness am I holding on to? Because the quickest way that the universe gets our attention is by holding off our finances. You mess around and look at 1201 and your direct deposit ain't in there. Oh, listen. Y'all got my attention. What's going on? We up in HR acting a monkey. Like what? Huh? You know, you normally just real nice and calm, but my direct deposit ain't hit. Oh, y'all done lost your mind. Y'all play too much. So we've got to understand, if HR can do that and get a response out of us, the Most High knows how to get a response out of us too. Check your gratitude. Instead of complaining about what's not there, start to discuss what has been there and start giving thanks for the manifestation of it coming in. That's it. Sometimes, wives, all your husband wants is for you to say thank you. That's it. A lot of times when we have an excellent man in our life, we can get to taking them for granted. Oh, he's always going to pay this. Oh, he's always going to do that. Oh, every time you need to tell him thank you. Husbands, if you coming home to a hot meal and a hot wife, you need to say thank you. You need to say the words. You need to actually show gratitude. This is the time, especially with the planets being where they are, where the moon being where they are, for you to go back and to see, what do I need to align? Who do I need to thank? Where am I not showing up grateful? Where is my financial block? This is the time to go into meditation and say, Most High, I'm here. I want to see me. Show me how I'm blocking my own finances. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, what? Because they'll be like, oh, well, welcome, sugar. Come on, Sugarfoot. Let me tell you what all you're doing. And all of a sudden, while you're sitting there, again, remember, a minimum of 18 minutes. They'll show you. And they'll also start to show you how to fix it. You have to understand, the Most High is results oriented. They're not just saying, oh, come and hang out. No. And men and women need to meditate. Men, you can't lead your household if you're not in tune with the Most High. How you leading them? You just kind of guessing? You just kind of going? Sisters, if you do not have a man in your life whose relationship with the universe you trust, you need to cut him off. How is he going to lead your family? How is it possible? Who's giving him the instructions? Who's teaching him how to love you properly? Just because he's breaking your back out doesn't mean he's in a position to lead you. So we have to start making responsible decisions. Otherwise, we keep bringing children into dysfunctional relationships. And so then the financial piece gets crazy. We have to make better decisions. So I hope that this has helped you. I'm going to put some of my contact information in here. That is my website. I am in Atlanta. I will be in Baltimore this weekend doing a cooking class. Gonna be all over the country. We're gonna be in Jamaica doing a 7-day juice detox, January 20th through the 26th. I've got all types of great things that'll be going on. Go to my website and just see how you can get the healing that you need. I do probably 49 different types of readings. They're all on my website. And just reach out if you need help. We do counseling. Where am I? Oh, right, exactly. We do counseling. We absolutely do. And we help you to really understand what's going on. This is the time between the traditional Thanksgiving and the traditional Christmas that people commit a lot of suicide. Pay attention to the people around you. Pay attention if you start seeing a drastic shift in your children. Those spirits are wide open. If you are not protecting your children, reach out. We do protection candles that we can ship to you or that you can come and pick up so that you can continue, especially during this time period, to protect your family. We also do prosperity candles. I have seen money drop out the sky in the last 2 weeks using those prosperity candles. So I don't sell nothing I don't use. When I see stuff getting kind of crazy, I go to lighting stuff. And I was like, woo, yes, sir. And so I love it when I know it wasn't nothing but the universe. I don't have no explanation. The universe, and see, if you are a business owner, let me explain to you. It ain't that you got to do more advertising. You have to increase your favor. Increase your favor. So how do I increase my favor? When you go into meditation, ask the Most High to put you on people's minds and hearts so that they start to exchange currency with you. It really is that simple. And then make sure that you're showing up with the character and integrity that the Most High can trust people with you. Don't hustle people. Don't hustle people. No. Make sure that your integrity is in such alignment that the Most High can trust you with new clients. How have you treated the old clients? These are the questions. So again, I am, who all am I? I am Say by Eat Queen, Dr. Neith, High Priestess, this, that, and the third, all in da-da-da-da-da. And I'm here to help. And I'm very, very excited. Go to my website, www.healatlanta.com, so that you can get the help that you need. On December 31st, we will be feeding 75 people in Atlanta for free. Everything is on first come, first serve. Spirit is laid on my heart to switch up the way that we normally do the Feast of Sekhmet. So we're going to be feeding the community, and you will be giving donations. Surely you're not going to sit down to a 4 or 5 course meal and just eat and get up like an ingrate, right? So we will accept your donations, but I'm going to throw down. Oh yeah, I'm going to throw down. And I'm very, very excited about being able to do it. I believe that that's the way that the Temple of Sekhmet will be doing the Feast of Sekhmet going forward. Because we're so used to spending all this money, dressing up, and that's cool. But my spirit doesn't want to do it that way. I want this to be a community give back. So very soon you'll start seeing the flyers. I'm only taking the first 75 people. After that, you're short like a midget. So you do need to RSVP. You are welcome to bring your well-behaved children. I don't do children that are not well-behaved. If you know that you have not mastered that degree with your child, don't bring them. I don't do it. No, not doing it. What other great things? Next weekend, King Simon and I here in Atlanta are doing level 1 of the Priestess of the Home certification course. It is 9 levels. Sisters need to be able to take their houses back. If you're raising your children on your own, or if you are the matriarch within a beautiful, beautiful family, whatever the situation is, you have to take, yes, you can contribute. If you're not in Atlanta, oh, the little people. Thank you, sir. I received that correction. You will be short like a little person. If you're not in Atlanta, can you contribute? You definitely can. I'll make sure that that information is up, and I appreciate it. So we want to, the Priestess of the Home, go on my website. You'll see it there. It is going to be awesome. King Simon is going to help you to understand the numerology of your home, the numerology of the food that you're eating. A lot of us are putting the wrong foods in our body according to our nutritional numerology. I am going to teach you how to clear, cleanse, and seal your home, how to set your kitchen up so that your food tastes better. Okay, so your husband should not suffer because you can't cook. No, you need to know how to set your home up and set your kitchen up so that there is so much love floating out that even if you burn something, it tastes amazing. How to clear and cleanse your home. You don't know if your house is sitting on an ancestral burial ground. Okay, so there are certain things that you need to do on the inside, on the outside, to go through and clear and cleanse your home, and so many other things that we're going to teach you that are going to just make you amazing. So definitely go to my website, register. That one is almost completely filled to capacity, and we're thinking about doing another one, or maybe not. So it's a good thing to jump in. I'm still interviewing for the Nation of Healers. So if you are a woman, you know that you're called to be a healer. However, you know that you need to heal first. Go on my website. I am still interviewing for the Nation of Healers. I've got a few spots left. I'm only taking 50 women. If you know you want to learn to do astrology like this, learn numerology, learn how to read tea leaves and all those things that are, ooh, that shirk, whatever. Come on over. Let me teach you how to do it. Okay. Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, December 21st. I will be there, and we are going to bring in the winter solstice and help you to heal your chakras. All of the solstices are excellent for balancing out your chakras, and the meridians are excellent on the equinoxes. So we're going to do that. We've been blessed with a 55-passenger bus. So we'll be able to go all throughout Alabama on a regular basis and do retreats on the bus. Retreats on the bus, 55 passengers, and I'm going to cook. Woo! We're going to have a ball. So it's been my pleasure to serve you. If you have questions for me, now look, I do readings professionally. Don't text me asking for no free reading because I'll delete you because I'm that chick. So you can text if you have questions about any of the events that I have coming up, but don't text me asking for no free readings. And I said that. Don't text me asking for no. Absolutely. Don't do it. Don't ask me for no free services. Don't ask me for nothing for free. No. Don't do it. But if you have questions about anything I taught tonight, you can text me. I may not stay up and answer you, but I'll get back to you. If you're interested in the Nation of Healers, definitely reach out. I want to be able to have you listen to an hour-and-a-half recording that I did explaining it, because that might be what you need. So it's been my pleasure to serve you all tonight. Please press the share button so that other people will be able to hear. If you're in the Baltimore, the DMV area, and you want to come on Sunday, we are learning to make from scratch butternut squash soup, and all of my soups are stacked, okay? So my soup in and of itself is a full meal. If you've seen any of the videos of my soups usually have 9 to 18 ingredients. That's a meal. And then, of course, we're going to have coconut cornbread. So we're going to be in Lanham, Maryland. Reach out to me. My phone number is there. Reach out to me so that we can get you in there. Very excited. It's been my pleasure to serve you all. Press the share button. If you're just coming in, go back and listen from the beginning. Shimmy M, Hetep Poo.